Hello and namaste my dear viewers. Welcome to another episode of Buzz Presents Feast and Flavors. Today we are here at Tahina restaurant located inside the premises of Kathmandu Marriott Hotel. This restaurant is only open from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the evening and it serves Mediterranean cuisine, which is one of a kind because of its additional health benefit that it provides. Also, this restaurant has alfresco seating and it looks out to wonderful views of Kathmandu Valley altogether. Come along with me and let's taste one of the best dishes that the chef has to offer.
Hello everyone, my name is Magar. I was born and grew in Bhojpur and I live my whole life in China and Nepal. I am 45 years old, but I would love to say 20 always.
So how did you get started on this journey as a chef?
Well, I started my career in 1993. Age of 15, I was studying in the school and working at the restaurant as well. I have been almost working 30 years in the hotel industry.
So can you tell us something about where were you before the Marriott?
Well, I have to say a little bit longer. I started in Nepal in 1993 for a couple of years, then moved to Shanghai in 2002. And since 2002 to 2020, I worked for a number of property, starting from the Shangri-La, IAG, Intercontinental, Legacy, Starwood, Westin and Sheraton. Then prior to this, I was in JW Marriott Chongqing. I was executive chef there.
So what do you think are the most important ingredients in the Mediterranean cuisine itself?
Mediterranean cuisine, we use lots of fresh lemon, fresh herbs like parsley, thyme, even the rosemary, and I would say tarragon also. Also use a lot of yogurts also.
What do you hope people remember most about the food you prepare?
It is an experience. I think that's not only the food, it's entire dining experience. Coming to the dining and then departure from the restaurant is the whole experience, the very, very important thing. That's, oh, this is the best place that I had dining, and they always remember about.
Thank you so much, Chef.
You're welcome.
Hi, Namaste. My name is Rameshwaragiri. I am the junior sous chef of the Marriott Kathmandu Hotel. So today I am going to prepare the grill king prawns with the big sauce and the lemon butter sauce and the vegetable with couscous.
So the first thing that I'm going to try is this grilled king prawns with couscous and a lot of things on the plate. Even the plating itself has, I think, a lot of ingredients. So I'm going to hop on with some prawns first. Talking about this taste, this prawns has a bit of sweetness. They also have added the sea salt and a bit of lemon, which gives it a bit of tangy flavor. I'm going to take some couscous with some puree. This is a bit on the sweeter side, but I'm going to mix it all together. When I mix it all together, the sweetness of the prawns and a bit of tanginess of lemon and the sea salt, along with this puree and everything, balance of all the flavors is so good on the mouth, and I would say that it's perfectly synchronized. Next dish I'm gonna try is Jatar Manakis, and when I was in the conversation with the chef, he was telling me about how Manakis is one of the most hot selling dishes here at Marriott Kathmandu. So let's hop on to this. Talking about the dish, of course the crust is a bit crispy on the exterior, but the insides are very fluffy. But when I'm talking about the things that are on the top of it, I would say that it's a bit tangy with all the herbs present inside it, and also the cheese gives it a bit of touch of a pizza, but it has a local Arabic touch of its own. Now we have the meze platter, and when it comes to this, I would say that it's one of those things that is a classic when it comes to Mediterranean food, and it's a must in their cuisine. So let's hop on. I can see that there are 4 rows of things. Let's start with this one first. So this is tahina sauce. This is so good. I mean, it is a bit tangy when it's combined with the tahina sauce, but the softness of this thing that it lies on, and also the pomegranate on the top, is, you know, something that accentuates the flavor of it. I can't stop eating it, it's that good. Bit of crunchiness on the outside, but you know, the inside are like very soft, and when it mixed with the tahina sauce, it gives a bit of tanginess, and you know, every flavor, it mingles together in your mouth, and it's in perfect harmonization with one another. I'm gonna move on to the falafel. Now look at the insides. Taste it by itself first. The exteriors are quite crunchy, but it's soft on the inside, and I would say it has a very mild flavor. So I think I'm gonna dip it in the tahina sauce. The sauce is, you know, growing on me. You know, the falafel itself has a bit of saltiness. I think it's from the sea salt they use. This is like very incredibly good. I'm gonna move on to the next thing. So look at this, it's so pretty in shape too. Now this has spinach filling. I'm gonna try it etike paila. You know, when it put it in the mouth, it suddenly hits you with this tangy flavor. The outermost part, it is a bit hard, but these portions are very soft, and the insides, I would say it's very tangy. It leaves a very strong aftertaste in your mouth just as you eat it. It doesn't need dipping on the tahina sauce, it's already tangy in itself. Now I'm gonna move on to cheese samboos, if I pronounce it correctly. This has a lot of stuffings, it has a lot of cheese and, you know, mince. I don't even have the words to describe it. This is so good. The insides are cheesy, of course, with the cheese flavor, but the aftertaste of the mint that you get is the hero of it all. I'm gonna dip it in some tahina because, you know, I feel like the sourness is the only thing that is missing in this dish. It completes it all. You know, out of all things on this platter, I would say that the cheese samboos is my favorite. I can't stop eating it. It's amazing how, you know, the whole platter has a bit of tanginess in all of it. But I have to say this is my favorite and I can't stop eating it. Now we are moving on to some pita bread along with 5 different kinds of dips. I'm sorry, one is a salad and I believe that the 4 of the rest are some dips. So I'm gonna try lavna first. It has a very tangy taste because it's a hand curd mixed with a lot of seasoning. Also, it is very rich in flavor and texture. It also has this, you know, aftertaste of the mint, which goes perfectly well. I would say it has more of this, you know, cheesy flavor. It's kind of like a cheese, not exactly cheese. The seasoning in this hand curd is, you know, something else. It's so good. So one thing about all of this food is that it has this very tangy flavor. So I'm gonna move on to the salad, which is a mix of a lot of things. It has pomegranate, it has onions, it has fata, which is also the pita bread when, you know, the Arabians wanted it to last longer. So they made it into small pieces and they fried it. So let's taste it. These fried pita breads are crunchy, but mixing it with the pomegranate and the onions, it has a bit of sweetness. I would say that it, you know, contrasts the other things on the palate, because most of the things present here is tangy, so it's a good contrast. All in all, it's refreshing. Now I'm gonna move on to, I believe this is called mutabil. So this is bell pepper based and it also had walnuts. This is something I didn't expect. It's sweet and spicy at the same time. I would say it's really spicy. It instantly hits in your mouth. One bite in your mouth and it's already spicy. I don't know how I feel about this. Seeing some walnut. This is spicy. I need some sweetness. Better. I'm gonna move on to some hummus. I believe out of all the 5 things on this plate, I think most of the people are familiar with the hummus, because if you're someone like me who's a health enthusiast, it is one of the most famous thing to you because it's healthy but it's tasty at the same time. So most of the gym enthusiasts, you know, make this by yourself, including me. It has a very rich texture and, you know, the taste is very mild, but the paprika on the top adds, you know, enhances the flavor of it all. I like this one. So this is mutabil. This is tangy too. It's eggplant based and it is rich in texture, but it's tangy. 2 of the dips that we have here, both are tangy. So I'm gonna balance it off with the salad. I don't know if I'm more familiar with the hummus or what, but out of all the 5 dips, I would always use the hummus. Can't stop eating it. What a fantastic day here at Kathmandu Marriott Hotel. I surely had an amazing time. The food, ambience and the warm hospitality of the staff here all adds up combinedly to find a very good dining experience. You should definitely come here. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button to never miss an update. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.